You know that moment when you log in to make your car payment, and for the first time in years, the balance says zero, not pending, not overdue, just paid off. Done. Most people refresh the page just to be sure it's real, and then something unexpected hits them. It's not just relief, it's a sense of freedom that subtly changes how the rest of their day feels. But here's what nobody tells you. The payoff itself isn't the real win. What truly matters is what you do in the 30 days that follow. Two people can be in the exact same situation, same job, same income, same city, and both make their final payment. One treats it like a finish line, celebrates, upgrades their lifestyle, and eventually falls back into the same cycle. The other treats it like a starting point. Fast forward 20 years, and their lives look completely different. The gap between them isn't talent or luck. It's one decision made in one moment and repeated consistently over time. The reality is that car payments have quietly become one of the biggest financial burdens for most people. For years, a large portion of income is locked into a monthly obligation before savings or investing is even considered. So when that payment disappears, something powerful happens. You free up one of the largest recurring expenses in your life. The real question is what you do with that extra money, because most people end up giving it right back. Not because they're careless, but because no one ever shows them what that money could become if it was used differently. If you take a typical payment, say $700 a month, and invest it consistently over time, the results are hard to ignore. Over the years, that small decision compounds into something massive, eventually reaching hundreds of thousands, even over $1 million. You didn't earn all of that through effort alone. You simply allowed time and consistency to do the work. That's the part most people miss. The real cost of a car payment isn't just the monthly amount, it's the long-term opportunity you sacrifice. But the impact of debt isn't just financial, it's mental. Debt takes up space in your mind, whether you realize it or not. It shows up in those quiet moments, like when you're lying awake at night doing calculations you didn't plan to think about. When the debt disappears, so does that background noise. People often describe it as clarity, like they suddenly have more control and focus. The problem is that this clarity doesn't last for most people. The moment that monthly payment disappears, it feels like extra money, like breathing room. And instead of directing it intentionally, it slowly gets absorbed into everyday spending. Small upgrades, slightly better habits, and eventually, a new financial commitment that puts them right back where they started. This cycle isn't accidental. It's designed that way. Most financial decisions around cars are framed around monthly payments instead of total cost, making it easy to agree to something that feels manageable in the moment but expensive over time. On top of that, there's a deeper psychological layer. Cars aren't just transportation, they've become a symbol of identity and status. People don't just drive cars, they signal something with them. But here's the truth. Many people driving expensive cars aren't actually wealthy, and many people quietly building wealth are driving older, paid-off vehicles. Real wealth isn't about what you show. It's about the options you create for yourself. The ability to make choices without pressure, to step away when needed, or to take opportunities without financial stress. That comes from reducing obligations, not adding new ones. So what should you actually do once your car is paid off? The most important step is to act quickly before your habits take over. Redirect that same payment amount into something intentional, automatically. If you wait and rely on discipline, you'll eventually spend it. Automation removes that risk. After that, focus on clearing any high-interest debt you still have, because carrying expensive debt while trying to invest doesn't make sense mathematically. Then build a basic financial cushion, an emergency fund that protects you from unexpected expenses. Once that foundation is in place, start investing consistently. not with complicated strategies or risky moves, but with simple, steady contributions over time. That's where real growth happens. At the same time, resist the urge to replace your car too quickly. A paid-off car isn't a problem, it's an advantage. It's something that now works for you instead of costing you every month. Keeping it longer allows you to extend that financial benefit and build momentum. Because the real goal isn't to upgrade your car, it's to upgrade your life. It's about having control over your money and your decisions. It's about knowing that your income isn't already committed before you even earn it. In the end, the biggest financial decisions aren't the loud ones. They're the quiet ones that repeat over time. The payoff moment feels important, but it's really just a doorway. What you do after determines everything that comes next. So when you see that balance hit zero, don't treat it like the end of something. Treat it like the beginning. Set up a system, stay consistent, and let time do the rest. Because the real win isn't in paying off the debt, it's in what you build once it's gone. One more thing to understand is that financial freedom rarely comes from a single breakthrough decision. It is built through a chain of small, almost boring choices that most people overlook. Every time you choose to save instead of spend, invest instead of upgrade, or wait instead of react, you are quietly reshaping your future. Over time, these decisions stack together and create momentum that feels almost invisible at first. Then one day, you realize your life is no longer controlled by monthly obligations, but guided by intention and flexibility. And that shift is what true financial independence actually feels.